Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to the October Craft Collabs Hub, which is sponsored today by A Colorful Life Designs. And each stop on this hub today will be showcasing the new holiday stencils from A Colorful Life. And there's also a giveaway, which I'll tell you more about in just a few moments. So first up, I'm going to give you guys a look at the 3 stencils that were sent to me. And of course, you can use these on your cards, your greeting cards, but today I'll show you guys how you can use this on a scrapbook layout to create your own background. And I will be using this one, which is called Heart Flakes. Next up, we have Big Swirls, and the third one would be Reindeer Names. So like I mentioned, there's a giveaway on this hub today, and there are actually 10 gift certificates being given away. And each of those gift certificates are worth $15. Now to participate in the giveaway, just listen for my secret word, which I'll say sometime throughout this process video, and go ahead and use it in a comment down below. Now each channel does have a different secret word, so you want to make sure you watch each video and leave your comments on each video. And also I hope you guys will be inspired by all of the lovely designs you see today. Now the photo that I'm documenting today is of my grandson and my 4 kids, and every Christmas morning we try to take a photo around the tree before we open presents. So that's the photo that I'm going to be using on this layout today. So first up, I'm going to go ahead and cut about a 1/2 inch off 2 sides of my American Craft white cardstock, and that will be my background. And I'm also going to cut off that branding strip, which I'll use on my layout as well. Here, I'm going to use this pattern paper and fussy cut some of these presents off, and I'm using mostly the greens and the reds. Now be sure to check out my description box below. I will have a lot of information there about A Colorful Life Designs, as well as all of the items that I use on this layout today, and more information about the giveaway. So here I'm just gonna go ahead and mat my photo on some black cardstock, and then I'll mat it on some white cardstock. That way it will stand out from my background, which I am going to begin working on right now. So here I'm using a Distress Oxide ink pad in the color Fire Brick Red, I believe. And like I said, I will have all of these items listed in my description box. And I'm going to go ahead and blend it out on my white cardstock, and you'll see I'm not doing a really great job of blending, but I do love the effect that I get with that little circle dauber. Now where I am starting my blending would be where my photo would be, so that part of my background will be darker, and as I move out to the edges it becomes a little lighter. And yeah, you can see I keep adding my photo in just to make sure I work around it and get the look that I want. So here I'm using the stencil, and I am doing tone on tone. I'm using the same ink pad, and I'm going to go ahead and stencil in those flakes, those snowflakes. Now they are shaped like hearts, and that's why it's called heart flakes. Now here you're going to see that I do not go to the edges of my stencil because I do not want the straight edge to show on my background. So I'm just going to go ahead and work inside of the stencil mostly. Now at first I was gonna go ahead and just stencil around my photo, but then I decided to take my stenciling out to the edge of that white cardstock. And here I'm just gonna go in wherever I feel it needs a little bit more of those flakes and add those in. And I really love how this turned out. Here, just to define my background a bit more, I'm using the same ink pad and inking the edges. Then I am going to go ahead and mat that on this black cardstock. So next up, I added in that strip, that manufacturer's strip that I cut off previously from that pattern paper. I'll go ahead and add that to the lower part of my layout, as well as some white washi tape with some polka dots, some gold polka dots on there, because I wanted to bring in some gold to this layout. Here I'm going to line up all of my presents and get them exactly where I want them before I go ahead and adhere them down. And I'm also creating some bows for the top of some of them using some embroidery floss. Now I do prop up about 3 of these presents on foam adhesive just to add some more dimension to this layout. Now it's such a busy background and that row of gifts down below, I wanted to keep this layout pretty simple otherwise. I do not add a lot of embellishment. But here you can see I'm adding in a few strips of black around my photo, and that's just to make sure that my photo stands out and remain the focal point. Now my secret word today would be the word gifts. Let me know down below what you think of my border of gifts down below on my layout, and also how many gifts you have on your shopping list this year, if you started creating that list yet. Or maybe you can tell me what's your favorite top 5 gifts of all time that you have received, or what gifts you would like to receive this year, what's on your wish list. So as long as you use the word gifts, you will be entered into the giveaway. And like I mentioned before, be sure to check out everyone's video because everyone's secret word will be different. And each time you enter, you comment and enter, that's another chance to win one of those 10 gift certificates. So here I pull out some die cut pieces, and I'm just going to add just a tiny bit to this layout just to go ahead and add a little bit more interest, but I keep it really, really simple. Here I'm adding in some gold splatters using the Liquitex Iridescent Gold acrylic ink. And you'll see I feel like the bottom right corner is a bit heavy with that girl, so I will go ahead and cut her off in just a few moments. I'll go ahead and just leave that little circle piece that says, "Oh, what fun." And I will also add the date to that little circle. So here I'm adding in some gold sequins, and this is where I cut off that circle and add that in. And once I like where my sequins are, I'll go ahead and adhere it using some liquid adhesive. Next, I'll use my Wink of Stella brush and just add a bit of glitter to some of those die cut pieces, including that green banner to the top left. So don't forget, use my secret word. You don't have to answer all of the questions I suggested, just one. Just include that word in a comment below and you'll be entered. And I hope you guys enjoyed this process today. Be sure to let me know what you think down below. Go ahead and click that like button. And if you are not already a subscriber to my channel, I do hope you consider subscribing today as well. So I want to thank you all for watching, and until my next video, bye.